Welcome back to Peter's English Lab. My name is Peter, and today we have another simple and helpful episode for beginners who want to talk about everyday life.
Hello, everyone. I'm Nicole. It's nice to join you again on this new episode. We are happy to help you learn easy English that you can use every day.
Today's topic is something all learners can practice. We will talk about daily activities, the small things we do from morning until night. These actions are great for building basic vocabulary.
Before we begin, if you enjoy learning with us, remember to follow our channel and share it with anyone who is also studying English. You can also write a short message about your day. It's a good way to practice.
Let's start with the morning. Nicole, what is the first thing you usually do when you wake up?
When I wake up, I open my curtains to let some light into the room. I usually wake up around 7:15. Sometimes a little earlier if I have a busy day.
Opening the curtains is a nice way to start the morning. I usually wake up at 6:45. After I wake up, I stretch a little to help my body feel ready for the day.
Stretching is a good idea. After I open the curtains, I walk to the bathroom. I wash my hands and splash some water on my face. It helps me feel awake.
After stretching, I also go to the bathroom. I comb my hair and rinse my mouth. These are simple actions, but they are part of my routine.
After that, I go to the kitchen. I like to drink warm water with lemon in the morning. It's something I started doing last year.
Warm lemon water sounds refreshing. I usually drink a cup of tea. Then I prepare something small to eat, like a piece of bread with cheese.
I sometimes make oatmeal with berries. It's quick and easy. After breakfast, I choose my clothes for the day and get dressed.
After I get dressed, I check my bag to make sure I have everything I need. If I'm going out, I take my keys and my phone.
Yes, I also check my bag. Then I put on my shoes and step outside. I usually leave the house around 8 o'clock.
When I leave the house, I often walk to the bus stop. I like walking in the morning because the streets are quiet.
I usually walk to the metro station. It's not far from my home. On the way, I sometimes listen to a short English podcast to practice.
That's a great habit. Listening to English every day helps a lot. When I arrive at my workplace, I sit down at my desk and start planning my tasks for the day.
When I get to work, I turn on my computer and check my schedule. I like to see what meetings or tasks I have.
Planning the day makes everything easier. It helps me stay organized and focused.
Yes, it does. And it's a good way to start the morning calmly.
During the day, many people do different kinds of work. Some stay at home, some go to an office, and some move around the city. Nicole, what do you usually do during the day?
During the day, I often sit at a large table where I prepare materials for my students. I check their homework and plan simple activities for them. I also answer short messages from parents who want to know how their children are doing.
That sounds like a busy day. When I work, I usually spend time creating lessons and checking information. I also read short articles to stay updated on new teaching ideas.
Sometimes I have short meetings with my coworkers. We talk about what we want to teach next week. These meetings help us stay organized.
I also have meetings, but mine are usually online. I talk with people from different places, and we share ideas about learning English.
Around midday, I take a break. I like to stand up, stretch my arms, and walk around the room for a few minutes. It helps me feel fresh again.
Taking a break is important. I also take a short walk, even if it's just around the building. After that, I usually eat lunch.
For lunch, I often bring something simple from home, like rice with vegetables. Sometimes I buy a small meal from a cafe near my workplace.
I usually eat something light, like a sandwich or some soup. I don't like heavy meals during the day because they make me feel slow.
After lunch, I return to my tasks. I check my notes and continue preparing lessons. I also reply to emails that I didn't answer in the morning.
In the afternoon, I often record short audio clips for my students. These clips help them practice listening. I also write down ideas for future episodes of this podcast.
Later in the day, I sometimes help a colleague who needs support with a project. We sit together and look at the materials. Working together makes the job easier.
I sometimes help others too. When someone asks for advice about English, I try to explain things in a simple way. It's always nice to help someone learn.
When the workday is almost finished, I clean my desk. I put away my papers and close my computer. I like ending the day with a tidy space.
I do the same. A clean desk helps me feel ready for the next day. After that, I pack my things and get ready to leave.
When I leave my workplace, I walk slowly to the metro station. The streets are usually busier in the afternoon, so I take my time.
I walk to the bus stop. Sometimes I stop at a small shop to buy fruit for later. Then I take the bus home.
When I arrive home, I take off my shoes and put my bag in the hallway. Then I drink a glass of water before I start my evening routine.
That sounds like a good way to transition from work to home. My evening routine also begins when I step inside and put my things away. After a long day of work, many people like to slow down and enjoy the evening. Nicole, what is the first thing you usually do when you start your evening routine?
When I begin my evening, I usually change into comfortable clothes. I like to wear something soft after a full day outside. It helps me feel relaxed and ready for the rest of the evening.
That sounds nice. When I get home, I usually wash my hands and face. It helps me feel clean after being out all day. Then I sit down for a moment to rest.
After changing clothes, I often prepare a small snack. Sometimes I cut a few slices of cucumber or eat a piece of fruit. I don't like eating heavy food before dinner.
I sometimes make a cup of herbal tea when I get home. It's a simple way to slow down and think about the day.
In the early evening, I usually check my messages. I read notes from friends or family and reply if needed. It's a nice way to stay connected.
I also check my messages. Sometimes I receive questions from students and I answer them when I have time.
After that, I start preparing dinner. I like making simple meals, like noodles with vegetables or a small salad with eggs. It doesn't take long and it tastes good.
For dinner, I often cook rice with some spices and vegetables. It's easy to make and I can prepare extra for the next day.
When I finish cooking, I set the table and eat slowly. I try not to rush during dinner. Eating calmly helps me enjoy the food more.
I also try to eat slowly. After dinner, I usually clean the table and wash the dishes. I like keeping the kitchen tidy.
After dinner, I sometimes read a short article or watch a simple video in English. It's a good way to practice without too much effort.
I sometimes listen to a short audio story. It helps me relax and also gives me ideas for future lessons.
Later in the evening, I like to take a short walk outside. I walk around my neighborhood for about 10 minutes. It helps me clear my mind.
I sometimes walk too, but not every day. When I don't walk, I stretch a little at home. It helps my back after sitting for many hours.
When I return home, I prepare my things for the next day. I put my keys, wallet, and Metro card in one place, so I don't forget them in the morning.
I also prepare my things. I check my notes and make a small list of tasks for the next day. It helps me stay organized.
Before going to bed, I brush my teeth and wash my face again. These small actions help me feel ready for sleep.
I do the same. After brushing my teeth, I turn off the lights and get into bed. I try to sleep at a regular time every night.
A regular sleep schedule is important. It helps me wake up easily in the morning and start the day with energy.
Yes, a good night's sleep makes everything easier. And that brings us to the end of the day. We have talked about the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. Now let's review the whole day and think about how learners can practice these useful phrases.
Yes, we covered many simple actions that people do every day. These actions are great for beginners because they are easy to remember and use in real life.
Daily routines help learners build confidence. When you talk about your day, you practice verbs, time expressions, and basic sentences.
For example, you can talk about when you wake up, what you eat, how you travel, and what you do at work or school. These are all common topics.
You can also describe small habits like drinking tea, reading a short text, or taking a walk. These details make your English sound more natural.
It's also helpful to think about the order of your day. First you wake up, then you get ready, then you go out, and later you return home. This helps you practice connecting ideas.
Yes, using words like after, then, and later makes your sentences clearer. Even simple sentences can sound better with these small words.
Learners can also write down their daily routine. Writing helps you remember new verbs and phrases. You don't need long sentences. Short and clear is enough.
Speaking is also important. You can say your routine out loud, even if you are alone. This helps your mouth get used to English sounds.
Another good idea is to listen to short English recordings. You can listen while walking, cooking, or relaxing. It helps you hear natural rhythm and pronunciation.
Yes, listening every day makes a big difference. Even 5 minutes can help you improve.
And don't worry if you forget some words. Learning takes time. You will remember more and more as you practice.
Exactly. Small steps every day lead to progress. You don't need to learn everything at once.
If you want to practice more, you can try describing a different day, like your weekend or a holiday. It's a fun way to use new vocabulary.
That's a great idea. You can also talk about what you want to do tomorrow. Future plans are another useful topic for beginners.
Yes, talking about tomorrow or next week helps you learn new structures. It also makes learning more interesting.
Before we finish, let's quickly review some useful verbs from today's episode.
Wake up, open curtains, wash hands, prepare breakfast, get dressed, leave the house, walk to the station, sit at a desk, check messages, prepare lessons, eat lunch, return home, change clothes, cook dinner, take a walk, brush teeth, go to bed.
These verbs are simple, but they help you talk about your whole day. Practicing them will make your English stronger.
We hope our listeners try using these verbs to describe their own routines. It's a great way to learn.
Thank you for joining us today on Peter's English Lab. We enjoy helping you learn simple and useful English.
If you like this episode, remember to follow our channel and share it with others who are learning. You can also write a short message about your day.
We read your comments and appreciate your participation. Keep practicing a little every day.
Thank you for listening. Have a nice day and see you next time.
Goodbye from both of us.